RhythmCityFM.net.
Let's go. Make sure and get something to drink and sip on because we're going to have a long nice interview chat. You girl, because you are my baby. And you are my lady. And you are my woman. And I am your man. And your man. All the young men put up your hand now. Your man say love you. Wave your hand now, open up the air now. Your man say love you. They come from the north, south, east and the west, girl. Your man say love you. And all with them say you know you pass every test, yeah. Your man say love you. Them like too much bacchanal. Call up your name in the scandal. You're tired and sentimental. Trivial, your outfit natural. You put on a latest size. Your man still find you looking nice. Yo, girl, if you know you're doing everything right, and in a year like a kite, listen now. All the girls them put up the hand now. Your man still love you. Wave it up in a year like a kite, boy. Your man still love you. They come from the north, south, east and the west, girl. Your man still love you. All when they say you know you pass every test, yeah. Your man still love you. Ladies and gentlemen, my bunks it low. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 18 minutes after 7 o'clock as promised. I told you we have a very special guest in studio, live on our Zoom, streaming across the globe on Rhythm City FM and of course 94.3 FM in Brooklyn. So big up to the Brooklyn team as well. Big up those who are listening via the app, whether it's on their Android, on their iPhone, or TuneIn. We say good evening to you guys. Welcome to Rate It or Hate It. On the other end, I have a brother of mine. It's fair to say that I've known this individual for over 25 years. Yeah, roughly. I could go back to the first time and the first day that we met. This is someone to me who I consider an ambassador in the music industry. Someone who have contributed a lot and still is contributing a lot to the industry. If I had flowers to present you, I'd present you in front of you personally, but I want to give you your flowers right here on the show. I could go on and on. I could give you all the whole bio, the whole resume. I could go on and on, but
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this time to introduce, to rate it or hate it, the man himself, the big man himself, my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Ken Marlon Charles. You all know him as KMC.
Night, good night. Yes, man.
What's up, my brother?
Everything cool, man.
Um,
Music and more music.
yo. Boy, no. Ken, it's been a minute, but nothing happens before it's time.
Right.
And of course, I give thanks to the Creator for this moment. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
The reason why I say that too is because we have lost so many friends and family along the way. And for whatever reason, the Creator still have us here for. We have to give thanks and praise for that, you know?
Yeah, man. For real.
And, we could always reflect and look back at the past and see the growth, see the struggles,
Yeah.
see the growth, and actually see where we are right now in our lives
Mm.
as human beings, not just an artist or a radio announcer. We could put all that into the equation, but as
Yeah.
human being, you know,
Yep.
and it's a privilege and it's an honor, Ken, to have you on this show. I am very excited. I'm super excited, bro. I want you to know we have time, eh?
Yeah.
We have real time. But
Deep.
the history of Ken Marlon Charles cannot be told in 3 hours. We know that.
Yeah, man. For
So
real.
let's 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 go back from where it all started, where it all began.
I I started in music 1988. Little boy. Just like in music and started to like dance or started getting involved in dance hall and used to do little cassette by Dr. Hyde. PMC and Dr. Hyde cassettes and yeah yourself all over. But then started to record somewhere in 1993
Right,
to do recordings. So take about 16 records. The Trinidad market tough was tough for dance for me, dance all well in Jamaica.
right,
I started doing dance all cut about 16 dance all record. And one or two get a little support, But it wasn't until, I went down in Jamaica with Sly and Robbie, Taxi Gang,
right,
found him girl from yard. So we had a manager after all the years trying to get through. And a manager called Ian Pantin sent me to Jamaica in 1997.
right.
And when I went down there, I spent some months down there. Me and deceased Will Bowman, Governor Road manager at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And, that experience opened up my eyes to a lot of things,
Right,
recording and performing in Jamaica. So by the time I came back in Trinidad, I started to release some soca because I already started doing soca from since 1995. I started to try a little soca
right,
and more raga soca, slower version. And 1997, I came back and I do a song called Soca Bashment
right.
with my brethren Darrell Braxton,
Rest
who
in
was
peace to
in engine
Braxton.
room. Yes, who was in engine room at the time. And that whole vibe with Braxton there ended up turning out in something real nice. We did a next song called Kaya.
Mm-hmm.
did a song called Fetting All Night with Martin Raymond Mice.
Right.
When I get this song, I was listening to Sizzler album. I think that's was Black Man Child, right? Oh, Crazy Jar.
Crazy Ja. So what year are we talking about right now?
This is 1997, yeah.
1997. So we in the late 90s, right?
Right.
So tell me, besides Sizzler in the 90s, in that era, what were some of the songs besides that Sizzler were you hearing like in the streets, in your household, in your schoolyards?
Well, yeah, them days was all about Bojo Banton, Beanie Man, Bounty Killer. You talking about the prime of real dancehall then.
And
That
soul, yeah,
90s, late 90s there,
right,
when Kate Breton was dropping all them big tune. And I
right.
said that was in the time of Scare Them Crew.
With Elephant Man and them, yeah, yep.
And
Yep.
yeah,
We in the 90s here, y'all. We in the 90s.
yeah, them that was Red Ratam. And the next group, Monster Shock Crew,
Monster
like
Shock, yep,
97. Yeah.
yep.
Uh, those were that's around the time when Beanie Man bring
Shocking
out
vibes, shocking vibes.
yeah, when Beanie Man had Zim Zimmer. Because I
Yeah,
remember I was in Jamaica when he was testing out that song in his car,
right,
right? And somebody carried me to meet Beanie, and he was playing a cassette in his car, which he
right,
and Fuji's. Was
right.
Fuji right? Yeah, Wyclef Boy, or was it Zim Zimmer? Can't remember, but someone of them.
So you and Beanie was in the car at the time.
No.
Oh,
Somebody carried me on a
oh,
motorbike, come
right.
by me, man, to meet him for the
To
first
meet
time.
him. Okay, right,
And when
right,
he reached, he was now heading to his car and he was listening some song he did either with right left or and then the Zimmer came out a little lower
song,
down.
right,
But that experience, as I tell you, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. So when I came back in Trinidad, I started to approach music differently.
right.
But my music was more like a fusion of dancehall and soca. So
So
it wasn't the normal dance soca what I was doing. It was something that I created in my head.
right. So around this time, Ken, um, what 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 age were you at this time? That time, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, when I started music, I had like 18 years. So that would have been around, I would have been around like 26, 27 somewhere.
So you're, yeah, mid
Mm-hmm.
adult, young teenager, if you want to put it like that.
Yeah,
In
around 26, 27.
in the
So,
presence of the great King Beanie Man.
yeah, well, that time, remember, I was a little small fry, I just went down in Jamaica,
Yeah,
and I excited. So the man who rolling with me, I said, hey, I want to meet Beanie Man. And he knew where everybody living. So,
yes, right, right. That you link,
yeah.
right,
So it wasn't like a link yet. It was just a little youth man wanted to meet Beanie Man. I don't know, I can't remember if Beanie Man remember that.
right,
Yeah, so that is years after. Well, so in 97 now, when I do the soca bashment and the soca bashment started make a little noise on the radio and thing. It looked like EMC started to get through a little bit, a little airplay. So, and when I hear that Sizzler here, Selassie, I took off the music and I started to hear something in my head. And I started going, wake up and turn on my radio this morning.
shibidoo, shibidoo.
All I hear is sweet soca music playing. And that is when that song came into my head. I had to practically write it out in my head.
Right,
So I was searching for somebody to do it. So I went by a few producers. I didn't like what I was giving me. So went back by Darrell Braxton. Darrell
right,
Braxton actually listened to me and what I have in my head. I just put it out and he just added to it.
right.
A nice teamwork.
So,
So Bashman the Cannibal was born and we put out the song.
right,
And when Ian put out the song, I know that was the song. I know in my heart that was the song, but it was something so different from every other soca that the number one program director couldn't understand it. They said the song is stupid. And
wow,
the number one promoter at the time said, what will the Carnival reach to? a man singing Carnival Oi Festival. You understand? And
Yeah.
that so it take a while. It released the 11th of December 1997,
Wow.
right? And it take a while to go. And it's the school tour. Them days had the school
Yep.
tour.
I remember that. Yep. Yep. Yep.
That is what make that song get big because you know the youth just feel music
The music.
different and
Right.
they like new things. Youth
Right.
always like new different type of music them days.
Right.
And boy, that song started to blow up on the school tour. Next minute it just started just didn't even know when it reach up with me, just gone. And to me, that year, which is 98 Carnival season now.
Right.
It can that was like the biggest song after the Carnival everywhere else.
You go. Yeah.
Yeah, so it didn't win no road march in Trinidad, but it win
Right.
anywhere else that had a road march.
Right.
So you will get to know KMC through the Bashment the Carnival.
Ashmenta Carnival,
Yeah.
which
And
was
you
the late
remember,
90s.
so that bust through real strong.
Right.
So you know when it bust through that strong, and come again.
Right.
That them days Carnival is all about. If you ain't have a next hit the next year.
To follow up, to follow through. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To
Yeah.
follow through. So we established how Bashmenta Carnival came about, which still today is a classical hit. Still
Yeah.
today, DJs play that song like it's been
Yeah.
made like a month ago. You understand? It's a
I,
staple
I,
song.
I
It's a
just perform
classical
it all the
song.
time. Yeah,
You
perform
understand?
it all the time and then mashing up the place all the time with it.
So let's roll into the early 2000s. Beyond reggae and soca, right? Which were more important to you as an artist? Because back then, Ken, we had things like Kiskili Caravan, right?
Yeah, but that Kiskili Caravan was more from 1992,
Right, right. The early the
96.
right.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to come about is that when it comes to like the local dance hall,
Mm-hmm.
like 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 how Trinidad had or have the local reggae, the local dance hall, that was the sound
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah, that was the song.
Even up to the mid late 90s, that was the song. And even today, some of the songs that was recorded through that Kiskili
They
Caravan,
still play. Yeah.
yeah, it's classic.
I did get you when there was when the hype kinda slowed down. I did
Right.
get yeah, I get you in there. I think it was 94. In 94, I did get you in this league
Because
caravan.
Ken, you were doing dancehall before you were doing soca, right?
Yep. And
Right.
what I tell you, I cut about 16 records before I do soca.
So tell me how that transition was for you as an artist going into soca from dancehall. Was it hard? Was the transition hard? How was it for you? Take us through that.
It was nice. It wasn't hard because I like music.
Right.
And what happened, I remember General Grant was inspiration for me,
Right.
right? Because Grant, he was the ruler of Kiskili Caravan,
Yeah, that was the man. Big up to Grants. Big
right?
up to
And
Granty.
I used to listen to Grant and think, man, me and Grant all together plenty time and I see how he does things and how he spit lyrics and things. So I used to learn quick.
Right.
So, but I see Granty start doing Raga Soca. And then he came out with something with Ajala Root Girl Party,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then he come out with Soca Make It Ram Ram, Drum Drum. But you see this year when he bring out 97 Carnival, when he bring out Rev the Engine,
Mm-hmm.
that is when I really really, them fast soca was more interesting than the slow one to me. Yeah.
Right.
So, I started to do it, record it, and think, but when he started to do that fast soca, so in that same 97, I did a song named She Sent Me.
Right.
Right? That's the last song I did with Christine. The very next year after Granty had that song with Shell Shock, Rev the Engine. Bashment the Carnival was kind of vibes off of that now.
Right.
You understand? And that transition was sweet because I was doing the two still. I was still doing dancehall because when you listen to my album, it had some dancehall, and it had some soca,
Yep.
some groove one, and it had some power.
So you never really stepped away from the dancehall.
Nah, I never stepped away from the dance. I never stepped away from no genre of
Right.
music,
Right.
especially. I love dance. I still do a little dancehall and thing.
Right.
Write a dancehall and rhythm and every now and then, not even my reggae, I do reggae. But soca music is the music that put me on the map of music. So I see the world through soca,
Right.
right? And then now I start to get involved in all different type of music that make me even go further.
Right.
Right? Because so coming up in the 2000s, when I go in studio, sometimes them fellas used to take too long to give them a song.
Man,
And I said,
sneaky in with the production.
yeah. So I say, yo, I'm writing myself, yes. So everything with me is self-taught with music.
Right.
I never went nowhere to learn nothing, and I teach myself to do everything with music, even to produce.
Right.
You understand? Before I would have had an engineer on the computer,
Hmm.
and I will be on the keyboard. Hmm. Now I does everything. You know?
So, all right. Now, I know for sure that your songwriting is prolific, to say, right? And the question, I guess, not just to me, but also to a lot of folks who want to know, um, how do you do it, Ken? And when I mean how do you do it, it's not a rhetorical question really because you do it, right? But
Yeah.
how do you do it? Does it come easy? Is it, pen to paper? Is it head? How do you do it?
I believe that a blessing. Like everybody have a talent. Some men is a mason, some is a carpenter, some is a chef, or a real cook.
Right.
And you put me in the kitchen, I might try fry a bake properly. But the next man in the kitchen, he could turn that kitchen upside down with all kind of things. So everybody have a talent.
Right.
And I believe that that is the gift that I get because I does this effortless. Understand? This is not no. I get tuned from in the wind. Imagine this is 2023 after all these years, and sometime in the day I get about 5, 6 new ideas for song.
Just come to your head.
Yeah, or it always coming. And one thing I used to have write plenty, plenty, plenty. But now I hardly even write. Everything just come in my head and it stay there. I learn it right there and I have it there. And once I get a melody for a
Hmm.
song, it's song in my head, I start to hear the music one time. Because I produce my own music.
Right.
95% of my hit songs is me produced.
So all right. So then that leads me to the next question. Seeing that you are a prolific writer, we established that. Over the years, have you ever sat down and added up how many songs you have written
Nah,
before?
nah, never do that. I feel like my guy headache. Because remember, right, a lot of people do it. Remember, right from Marshall, then it's Belfort.
Right.
But name a plenty artists. Right, for them, they told the Prescott League was really down. Hmm. Like,
So it's a lot, right?
yeah, man, plenty music, plenty music.
Can
And I have books of songs that I never even do nothing with.
crazy. So all right. So we understand your passion not just for soca music but for all music in all genre, right? Um, we acknowledge your writing ability, your writing skills, the production side of it. So I'm asking you now, what are some of the songs that shaped the life of Ken Marlon Charles?
My songs or other songs?
Your songs.
Uh, well, it was a journey. So come from since I started. From first, I remember the first song I write.
Which
That's
was?
a song named "I Have a Plan."
I
You go,
want to hear
yes,
that plan. I want to hear
hear
that
that?
plan.
Yes, me have a plan. Yes, me have a plan, me have a plan. KMC, you have a plan. Me sit on top of the rhythm, sit on top of the version. Yes, KMC boy, you have a good plan to mash up party over this island. And yes, me going to a dance in a place called Hindustan. Say me and the posse from the song called one, and me going to the bar, and me buy a green sun, and me gone on the stage with the mic in a me hand, and the people in the dance show appreciation. They wonder where this new KMC come from. The top celebrity man on the stage getting on. Sometimes me I go chat and sometimes me go sing a song. Me living it up, me living it up in a style. Me living it up, me living it up in a style. Yes, me living it up, me living it up in a style. Me living it up, me living it up in a style. Yes, me chat it to all the woman and me chat it to all the men. They might call me KMC, sometimes them call me Ken. Go tell it to your brother, go and tell it to your friend. Go tell it to your brother and tell all your sister, cause yes, me have a plan. Yes, me have a plan. That was the first song I ever write, first dance song I ever write in the night.
And what year was this, Ken? What?
That was in 1888, 1988.
So, my friend, you are one of those who has a brain of an elephant, right? Because because all right, if they say for you to go up on stage and
Mm-hmm.
pull back the first song that you ever did.
But yeah, you want to buy this song, I buy a green sand. That them days I never drink a Caribbean.
Come on, Green Sands. You have to be from that era.
Yeah, yeah,
Green Sands. So, all right, so that was the first song. What are some of the other songs that shaped your life?
right. So going down the road, we do some real storytelling song on KMC and Dr. High. From there now, we started go Jamaica, do girl from yard, right? A few songs we did in between, but the song that started to take off first in my career was a song called Soca Bashment.
Right. What year
That,
was this?
right. That was the same 97. That
Nin-
was the first one I
90
released.
Right. Okay.
Soca Bashment, holy people in the Soca Bashment, hey, yeah, we in the Soca Bashment. Right. Right. After that now is where Bashment the Carnival released for the same season.
Right.
Bashment the Carnival is the song now that boss KMC
In 1997.
1997 for 98 Carnival.
Right.
December 11th, that song was released, and that is the song that changed everything.
When
Make
you
me,
change everything, what you mean?
that is the song that boss KMC, that make
Right.
KMC known as an artist, and
Right.
everybody know the song and thing.
Right.
Right. So that, and then after the season, I started to travel, see the world through that same song.
Mm-hmm.
First time I went New York, first time I went anywhere else but Jamaica. I went Jamaica in 97, and that's the only place I really ever went.
Right.
But after when Bashman the Carnival was to the door, everywhere have soca. AMC was there. Right. And that in 1998 I meet Matt Stuntman who sing I like to move it, move it.
Move it. I
Right.
like.
He had a studio on Lennox in Brooklyn. He showed the keys on he showed me he had a little machine called an ASR. And he showed me how to use it and how to record on it. And he threw the keys on me and he went Egypt to do a show.
Right.
And then when he come back now, come back to here. Somebody say na 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 na.
Nah,
na. You hear the beat, and me and he and the next one named Gucci, who has some named Push Back on the same beat.
right.
I put the rhythm on a 2-inch tape and bring it down into the and voice the fire in your wire.
Yeah.
Right? And that album for 1999, that was the biggest selling album in Trinidad. That song had Soca Send Me Mad, Brass Anthem with Roy Keith. I had a lot of hits on that album.
Okay. Cool.
Right? And well, KMC was there as an artist now. Mash it up everywhere in all the parties. Those days record selling. You know?
Them days was records and and cassette and
Yes, he's and
yeah,
CDs now come, so we
CDs
still
didn't now come on the scene.
yeah.
CDs didn't now
So
come on the
sales was used to be nice. It didn't have no YouTube for everybody to get a song free.
yeah. It had
It's to
yo
buy your music, you know.
yeah, CD man and yeah your
Right.
record store where you can purchase yeah
Yeah.
and
So
and
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 mhm.
and Ken I could recall since you mentioned Dr. Hyde, big up to Dr. Hyde as well.
Yes, sir.
Um, tell us about the relationship with you and Hyde, and not just you and Hyde, but you also had a real close relationship with a lot of DJs and songmen back then. Because I remember them days was Maxi with Pong, right?
Right.
Maxi with Pong. So you're hearing General Grant, KMC, this, that, all the local artists and them. Tell us about the relationship with some of the DJs back then.
Yeah, remember I used to work as Sentinel security. I always used to be listening to General Gand and Dr. I
Yeah,
said I could do this, you know.
that was a big deal.
Yeah. So one day I take a day off and I gone in town. I was a country boy from Rio Claro. I gone in town. Them days the Maxi used to come in Port of Spain. Inside in the heart of the
Rio
independent
Claro, Maxi was what color? Brown and white or black white? As
black and white.
black and white, right? Black and white.
I came to town and they say, Doctor, they tell me where Doctor I living and thing. So I tell Maxi, hey, you know where I live? He say, yeah, jump in. So when I reach move, I know he tell me the last house on the right, some opposite the gas station, you know.
Yeah,
So down there,
coming
I reach, I see small man playing, wind fire.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the good day, I say, my name is KMC. Come to a cassette. I went,
Just so.
yes, so.
That's what you went right.
Small man say, a normal is 25, and SA is 40.
Hmm.
Say, well, I want that SA. I know the SA is the better quality, and I can duplicate now from the SA.
Cause I'm not gonna ask you that. So you paying you actually paying to do that
Yeah, I
to,
paid to do my first
do the
cassette.
cassette, right? So literally when that recording is finished, that cassette is yours.
Right.
Right. Now hide them, get to keep a copy of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Them
Oh,
just take a copy for themselves one time. Them just take two. One for
right,
them in case
right.
they never know one. But so I take my cassette and I carry down by City Beat in Princeton, who have a set a machine to duplicate.
Right.
I duplicate 2 bucks.
That is
And
how
when
much?
I
A dozen in a box or what? More than a
10
dozen?
and a box,
10 in a box, right?
10 and a box. So um each cassette you sell, you know, like $200. Like each box of cassette is $200 they make it. Right?
200 per
You're
box?
selling a cassette for 20, you're selling a cassette for $20.
Right.
Right? And 10 in a box.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that's $400 right?
Right.
But them days I work in Sentinel security for $250 a week.
Mm-hmm.
$250 a week them days. I stand up by the main gate 2 days after in Sentinel in SPAT and sell my 2 bucks a cassette and make my pay and more in 3 hours. Cassette, 2 bucks a cassette and I make $400. I work with 250 a week.
A week.
So you know what was going on with me after that, right?
Right.
Music,
Bye bye.
leave work. And that was a test cassette.
And also in less than 4 hours, 3 hours time.
Less than 3 hours, I sell out them 2 cassettes right by the main gate. And here, man, tell any man them because my mind was security and I had to search a vehicle and thing.
Right.
So every take that, hey, what are you new man named KMC boy, Dr. boy?
So I'm not gonna ask you that. If anybody knew who
Yeah, man, everybody 100% saying, nah, never everybody. I say, boy, I had the cassette selling, boy. Say,
not
yeah,
knowing the man right in front of them.
hi, boy. KMC and Dr. Hyde, because Dr. Hyde name big now.
Big, right.
Everybody, let me hear it. When they took it in and you know Dr. Hyde cassette is a song big and nice.
Mm-hmm.
And they hear the KMC getting on inside, they walk. Everybody had a $20, boy.
and you go with that.
What
Not
you
knowing,
mean? I leave that work?
not knowing KMC, the, that the person on the CD is right in front of them.
Yeah, but when I do the part one, so when I'm going back up and I do KMC and Dr. Hyde part one,
Mm.
I reach down on the Maxi stand in Princess Town with about $5 a cassette
Wow.
and sell out all. Anyway, you pass here in KMC and Dr. Hyde because I have my lyrics real dread. I had a song where I'm telling a story about if a Babylon one day, you must catch you. That when people hear that song, so everybody buying that cassette. Yeah, that lyrics was real tough. And that song only had one chorus at the top.
Mm.
And only lyrics straight down till the record done. And I'm still going. The lyrics like the whole story about where Polish trying to catch you for smoking weed there. How it went from the whole transition to when you went in court and everything. You understand?
Right.
And everybody did like that lyrics. So, and then I had a next song called Young Girl Must Be Wise. The girl only have 15, but she want that man 45. And what? Lyrics like that. So my cassette starts selling. I used to make a $5,000 in about 4 days, and then I stopped selling the cassette.
Wow.
Because the pirates them now, remember them days pirates, big
Right.
big thing.
See the man on the scene. Pirates.
Yes, other passing on the side of the road and I hear pirates have it already, I stopped selling it and let them get through.
Right.
And I used to concentrate now on writing more lyrics now for the next cassette for the next month.
For the next, okay. Man.
I'm always busy. And them days are up in the garden too with my mother them planting cabbage. So every time I get a break and I sit down in the hammock now, I writing too. You understand? I hope that will see things. So I just chronicling music.
Right.
Sometimes when we are by Dr. and I singing, so Dr. I when I reach by Dr. I say, hey, that's some men coming up here asking for KMC and Dr. I. We don't know them cassettes. I say, what do you mean what do with them cassettes are selling it?
So all this time you and Hyde done make a good connection already.
Yeah, but yeah, me and Small Man. But
Small man,
Man,
right. But that was the man mainly who used to do most of the mixes, right?
Yeah. So after the third cassette now, Fat Man who used to come now, when he had come up now, he used to come now and hold the mic. Well, talk to Hyde. So again, the real big man voice now.
Right.
And that's again the two of them, Small Man and Fat Man.
Right.
And cassette swinging, boy. By the time I reach out, and hey, where are they? People never know it's KMC until I make a chain mark KMC, a big pendant. They say, you was KMC? The same man who selling the cassette on the stand all the time, they didn't know it was KMC.
Man.
You know, I just come and just sell it. You know, them days when you get a little party to do, a promoter paying you a little $300 to sing.
I think that and I think that at that time too, Ken, that also opened up your eyes to and getting to realize how easy it is you could make an income using your talent and your passion and something that you love to do.
Yeah, I never like working for people. I just get bored.
Yeah, that will be Capricorns are.
Yeah. I just get bored. I don't like working for people at all.
That's how we Capricorns are, we can like.
Of course, I'm really watching what you're doing. And you don't do your work, but like you finish too fast. And,
Right, so I'm going to press play on a particular song, which is this one right here. Yeah. I'm going to press play on this song. I'll give it a little minute, and then we'll come back and chat about this song. All right?
RhythmCityFM.net.